All right, Aquarius, welcome. This is your 2026 forecast. Now, the year ahead, it's a pretty complex one. We're talking major opportunities right alongside some pretty big tests. So let's dive in and break down exactly what the stars have in store for you.
So what does 2026 actually hold for you? That's the big question, right? We're about to unpack all of it. The key themes, the huge opportunities, and of course, the challenges you're going to need to navigate. Let's get right into it.
The main theme for you in 2026 is basically mixed results. So instead of thinking of it as a simple good year or bad year, I want you to picture it more like a cosmic balancing act. On one side of the scale, you've got these incredible chances for growth, and on the other, some pretty significant challenges you'll have to manage.
So, let's explore this whole idea of a mixed year. What's happening is the planetary energies are creating this really powerful push and pull dynamic. You're going to feel super ambitious, really driven, and that's going to lead to some real financial gains that level up your lifestyle. But, and this is a big but, at the very same time, you've got to be mindful of hurdles in your personal life and some obstacles when it comes to long-term wealth building.
Now for the really exciting part, your career and your financial growth. This is where Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and expansion, literally steps in to light up your path to success this year. It's a big deal. Okay, I want you to pay close attention to this timeline. Pull out your calendar and circle June 2nd, because this date is a massive energetic shift for you. Everything before this date, that's your planning and prep phase. But after June 2nd, Jupiter's positive influence kicks into high gear, and that's when you'll see a real boost to your career, foreign opportunities, and just your overall prosperity.
This slide really shows that financial push and pull I mentioned. On one side, your income is set to rise, which is fantastic for your lifestyle, no doubt about it. But on the other side, you've got the influence of Saturn, the planet of discipline and restriction. Saturn might throw some unexpected expenses your way, making it kind of tricky to save or build assets. So the key takeaway? Money is definitely flowing in, but holding on to it is going to require some extra focus and discipline.
And hey, Jupiter's support isn't just about your career. In that first part of the year, before that June 2nd turning point, it's also a fantastic time for expanding your family, or maybe pursuing higher education. The planetary energies are really on your side for that. There's even some potential for gains from speculative investments during this period, if that's your thing. All right, let's shift our focus to family and relationships. This is where that balancing act for the year becomes really apparent, and you're going to need to navigate some emotional complexities with a little extra patience and some conscious effort. So, the key influence here comes from K2. It's what we call a shadow planet, and it tends to bring up things from the past. Until December 5th, its presence in your relationship sector could create a bit of turbulence or some misunderstandings. This makes patience your absolute best friend, your superpower, in your primary relationship this year. And this influence can definitely spill over into your wider family dynamics too. You know how sometimes you have the best intentions, but you find it hard to express your emotions with the warmth you actually feel inside? Well, that's the kind of thing we're talking about. Unfortunately, it could lead to some ego clashes or just simple misunderstandings. But hey, just being aware of this potential friction is half the battle. Let's move on and look at the other key challenges for the year. Look, being aware of these specific planetary tests is so important. This isn't about being scared. It's about being prepared mentally and strategically. Okay, so alongside K2, we have its counterpart, Rahu. It's the other karmic shadow planet, but it's more about worldly desires and illusion. Rahu's influence, which also lasts until December 5th, can affect your mind. It can create a bit of confusion, almost like a fog, and this can really cloud your judgment when you need to make those important decisions. So, with that Rahu fog in mind, this slide lays out some really crucial, non-negotiable warnings for 2026. First, and I mean this, do not take illegal shortcuts for money. It will backfire big time. Second, you've got to keep any aggressive or impulsive tendencies in check. Third, be super mindful of stress and how it's impacting your health. And finally, this is a big one. Always have a backup plan ready to go. All right, we've covered the challenges, so now let's pivot to the solutions. This is your actionable playbook, your game plan for navigating 2026 successfully. If you take away just one single thing from this entire breakdown, please let it be this quote right here. The source material couldn't be clearer. You must maintain patience. This isn't just some nice, gentle suggestion. It's the absolute foundational virtue you need to practice all year long to turn those challenges into wins. This communication toolkit shows you exactly how to put that patience into practice. It's simple. Step 1, engage in open conversation. Don't let things fester. Step 2, consciously manage your emotional reactions. Take a breath before you respond. And step 3, practice softness and clarity in your speech. These 3 steps are literally your secret weapon against those potential ego clashes we talked about earlier. So, let's zoom out and just look at the whole year at a glance. This table perfectly sums up that balance of power we mentioned right at the start. You can see it so clearly here. Jupiter's awesome opportunities for career growth and family expansion set right against the challenges from Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu in your finances and relationships. It really is all about managing this duality.
And that brings us to our final and honestly most important thought. The planets, they set the stage, but you are the director of your own life. So the real question isn't just what the year will bring to you, but rather, how will you consciously choose to balance these powerful planetary energies to create your best possible 2026?